Imagine you can become an expert in anything you want in as little time as you want. 1 week? 30 days? 3 months? A year? It's entirely up to you. I will divulge scientifically proven methods that have been used by top minds to achieve more in a month than most do in years. It's called rapid skill acquisition. But first, let's hear the framework behind this superhuman method from Dr. Kane Anders Ericsson. I failed 3 times before I even started. But that's exactly what led me to discover the truth about rapid skill acquisition, confessed Dr. Kane Anders Ericsson, the world-renowned expert on expertise. The shocking reality? Most people are learning everything wrong, and it's not their fault. But here's the problem. With the way the world and tech is evolving at an astronomical rate, traditional learning methods are becoming nothing but obsolete. McKinsey reports that 87% of companies are experiencing skill gaps or expect them within a few years. The traditional 10,000-hour rule? It might be dramatically overestimated. Therefore, what we need is a revolutionary approach to learning, one that can compress years of mastery into months. Enter Scott Young, who did something many deemed impossible, completing MIT's 4-year computer science curriculum in just 12 months. How did he do it? The answer lies in a system so counterintuitive that it challenges everything we thought we knew about learning. But before we reveal this system, let's address the elephant in the room. Why do most accelerated learning techniques fail? Dr. Barbara Oakley, professor of engineering at Oakland University and creator of the world's most popular online course, Learning How to Learn, points to a critical misconception. People think learning is about consumption when it's actually about transformation. Young's system begins with what he calls pre-learning. Would you plan a cross-country hike without a map? I wouldn't dare. I'm sure you wouldn't either. But there lies a sneaky problem. Spend too long planning and you'll never start the journey. Young implements a strict 10% rule. No more than 1/10 of your total project time should be spent on preparation. The core of this method rests on 3 pillars: focus, directedness, and drilling. But here's where it gets interesting. These aren't just theoretical concepts. Young's approach has been validated by neuroscience research at Stanford University, showing that targeted practice can literally rewire your brain in as little as 20 days. It's a method that demands a complete reimagining of how we approach learning. Take Jessica, a software engineer who used Young's method to learn Japanese. I thought I needed years, she says, but after 3 months of focused practice, I was having complex conversations with native speakers. But there's a dark side to this rapid learning approach. Dr. Robert Bjork, distinguished professor of psychology at UCLA, warns about the delusion of competence. When learners think they've mastered something because they haven't truly tested themselves. Therefore, to truly become an expert at anything in no time, you need to embrace the TED method. Trial, error, and document. It's a ruthless but effective approach to skill acquisition. The key. You must implement what you learn within 24 hours or risk losing it entirely. This isn't just theory. A study from the Deloitte Center for the Edge found that practical application within 24 hours increases retention by up to 75%. Think of it like building a skyscraper. Traditional learning lays 1 brick at a time, hoping to eventually reach the top. But this method starts with the blueprint of the entire structure, identifying critical support points. Therefore, you can build faster and stronger, knowing exactly where each piece fits in the larger picture. The same goes for learning. That's if you want to become really good at that skill in a short period of time. Harvard Business Review reports that professionals using similar accelerated learning techniques are 230% more likely to be top performers in their fields. But there is a problem. The system only works if you're willing to embrace what Young calls deliberate discomfort, the art of staying just beyond your comfort zone. Therefore, the question isn't whether this system works. The research is clear. The real question is, are you ready to unlearn everything you know about learning? Because as Dr. Ericsson discovered, sometimes the biggest obstacle to mastery isn't the complexity of the skill itself, but our own preconceptions about how to learn it. The journey to expertise doesn't have to take a decade, but it does require a fundamental shift in approach. Therefore, the choice is yours. Stick with conventional methods and accept conventional results, or embrace this revolutionary system and unlock your potential for rapid mastery. Remember Jessica, the software engineer? She's now teaching others Japanese after just 6 months of study. The question is, what could you master in the next 6 months to completely change your life? Share your thoughts in the comments section below.